The Dougie and Deb Podcast is in association with Ben Coffee Co. Burbage, your local specialty coffee roaster and supplier. Register for your free sample at bencoffeeco.co.uk.
Hi everybody in podcast land and welcome to episode 4 of the Dougie and Deb Podcast. Coming up in this week's show, we interview the legendary Crissy Rock, the star of course of TV's Benidorm. She talks about her amazing career in comedy as well as some very special stories from the set.
And it's a cracking interview at that as well, not to be missed. Okay, so we have the Dougie versus Deb challenge, and Dougie, this week it's a Benidorm karaoke special.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yes, indeed.
We'll do a karaoke now and again. We also have the Rewind competition, 3 songs back to back, but they're in reverse. Can you name them? And we'll announce some winners and losers too.
We will indeed. And then we're going back in our time machine. Groovy, baby. Ooh. This week we're going back to the year of 1965.
Very good, Austin. Very good. All that is coming up in the next 45 minutes or so. Grab yourself a cup of tea, grab some snacks. It's going to be a great show. Hi everybody and welcome to episode 4 of the Dougie and Deb Podcast, joined as always by my glamorous assistant Deb. Say hi Deb.
Hi Deb.
And welcome Deb to the Solana Hotel Benidorm.
I wish.
It's a Benidorm special this week because we have the legendary Crissy Rock on the show.
Oh, legend.
Very exciting. And we also have a very special Dougie versus Deb this week.
We do.
We're going to enter the Neptune's bar.
Yeah.
And we're going to be singing karaoke, you and me.
We are Benidorm style.
Benidorm style. But the difference is this week we are going to be almost like a Don't Forget the Lyrics style game show.
Oh, yeah.
So some famous songs going to be played. It's going to drop out at certain points and we've got to carry on and see if we get the lyrics right.
Yeah.
This should be fun. Any holidays you've had lately?
Oh, I've been to the Costa del living room and back.
Yeah,
that's been lovely.
Yeah. The Isle of Kitchen.
Yeah, Isle of Kitchen.
Yeah, honestly, not a lot going on really. Have you ever been to Benidorm? Have you ever been?
I haven't actually. Have you?
Oh, no, I haven't. I spent 8 years on a Spanish island and there's some stories I could tell. Where have you been? Tell me some countries you've been.
Oh, wow. So I was lucky on my cruise ship days.
Oh, cruise ship days.
Yes.
Check Jane McDonald out over there.
Yeah. I was lucky to travel all
was
of
it cruise
Europe.
ships or were you just cruising? Because they're two very different things.
Oh, yeah. Cruising,
so I've been told.
Losing. Yeah, I was on a cruise ship and we woke up somewhere new every day. It was amazing. So I went all around Europe, all around Spain, France, Italy, and then we crossed the Atlantic to go to the Caribbean. But Benidorm was never on the list to go. But I've always wanted to go.
Were you a bit classy? Was it a classy cruise?
Yeah, it was a bit of a classy cruise. Yeah.
Pretend classy.
Yeah, plastic classy.
So have you ever seen the TV show Benidorm?
I absolutely love it.
It's amazing. And it's an amazing interview as well. Crissy talks about all of her comedy career and she's had a really long career in the industry. Done it the hard way, worked her way up and then got offered Benidorm. You won't believe the story she tells about how she got the part in Benidorm as well.
I know.
What people don't realise is that when we interview celebrities, and if you're joining us for the first time, go back over the season so far. We've had Jimmy from 911, who was amazing.
Yeah.
Dave Hemingway from the beautiful South, he was amazing as well.
Yeah.
Last week was a really big one. Richie from Boy Band 5. And what you guys hear is the half an hour interview, 25 minutes, half an hour that we do with these wonderful people. Most of them prior to this, and we've got a few pre-recorded for the future as well.
Yes, we do.
You usually chat for 10, 15 minutes, the usual, how's life, how's this, how's that.
Yeah.
Crissy Rock, we Zoomed,
yeah.
We Zoom called with her, and we must have been on Zoom for a good hour
easy.
before we even got to press record on the interview.
Oh, she was just brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Brilliant.
Like, I fell in love with her a little bit.
No, I know you did.
Like, a lot.
I know you did. Yeah, I did as well. I thought she was absolutely fantastic.
Like, I don't fangirl very often, but this was a rare occasion. So without further ado, it is interview time. This lady is an award-winning actress, a stand-up comedian and a best-selling author. She's best known to us and most of you as playing Janie York in the TV show Benidorm. Yeah. She's amazing. And Crissy joins us on the line now. Hi, Crissy, how you doing?
Hello, Hello Dougie and Deb.
Hello, darling. Hello. How are you?
I'm all right.
We're going to be professional now. We've agreed.
Yeah.
We're going to try and be professional. This isn't going to work. How's things? How's COVID? How's life?
Well, you know, the third lockdown has affected me a lot because you just seen a light at the end of the tunnel and all of a sudden the tunnel collapses and you don't know when you're going to come out of it. But I've tried to make good use of my time being in by writing and doing a bit of painting and trying to think positive. So that I've done things like that. And I love watching other people like singing and doing poems and that. So I like you know, inspiration off them, like, so that's nice.
You're looking great as well, by the way, might I say. You're looking great. You're looking well.
It's an effort.
You look good, look great. What's have you been watching anything on TV? Anything caught your eye lately?
Oh, well, I loved that. Is it Bridlington?
Everyone's talking about that.
Yeah. And I loved It's a Sin.
Oh, we've heard a lot about that.
Oh my God, cried. I remember them.
For every emotion, don't you?
Yeah, I remember the 80s, like when it was first out. It was just, but the characters are fabulous as well, and you fall in love with all the characters, and you think how awful it must have been for them. And the fella who's wrote it is unbelievable, unbelievable. It's the best thing I've seen. Really? It's a Sin for a long time, yeah.
That's on our list.
Oh, absolutely.
That's on the list. That's it.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to take you back. I want to take you back to quite early days. What was it about the business, and was it a young age that you decided you wanted to get into it? What made you want to get into the business? What sort of age did you kind of start thinking about it?
I never ever thought years ago I'd be an actress. And well, what it was, I was never even in the school play.
Really?
Acting never ever entered my head. And what happened was I used to work in this pub and only like collecting glasses and that. And they used to have, you know, Name That Tune.
Yeah.
And I used to get up and have a little go. And one day the act never turned up. And he went, Crissy, get up and do a turn. I said, turn a what? Me eye or what? But they said, you don't realise how naturally funny you are.
Yeah, you are.
So if you just pad this all out, they're on the way, but they're going to be late. And they've all paid £1 to come in, the pub. And it was the type of pub you needed to pay £1 to get out. You know what I mean? It was everyone got £1 to go in. You know, even a pint's not that dear. But it was to pay the entertainment.
Right.
And that's how it happened. And then they had a competition, Greenall Whitley, for Pub Comedian of the Year. And they filled it in and put me in for it. So never done it in my life. And I come running up the Pub Comedian of the Year out of 30,000 people in the Northwest area.
How old were you then, Crissy?
Oh, God, I must have been about nearly 30, maybe. Wow. Maybe 20, 29, 20. And then, no, I wasn't. I was younger than that. I must have been about 24, 25. And I couldn't work for ages. And then I started doing things like raising money for guide dogs, children in need, and all the charity dues. And then this woman came up to me, Lynn Staunton, and she said to me, I've never thought of turning professional. I went, no. And she said, I think you can. So it started there. And then I went back to my husband and my family, my kids and that, and I said, look, I've got a chance to turn professional here. Now, if I cross over that border, I'm not coming back from it. So I am not, you're not going to say to me, oh yeah, go for it, have a bit of the cake, but we don't like it. So if I go across the border, you know, cross over that line, I'm not coming back from it.
Yeah.
And I had to make that choice because I didn't want him to say, ah. And then I got Ricky Tomlinson auditioned us all for Lady Bird, and I got Lady Bird. Wow. Couldn't believe it. Wow. And you know, some of it was written and a lot of it was improvisation, and it just went from there. And I've been quite blessed, and I've always felt a bit insecure around actors and actresses because they always wanted to be there, and I was sort of like thrown in the deep end. So sometimes I don't feel worthy of it, you know what I mean? But I love it, but I go to work, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I just do my job the best I can, and then I go home and surround myself with normal people.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I'm exactly the same. I never wanted to be a singer.
Yeah.
I got up on the karaoke one day and someone said, "Oh, you know, you're not too bad." And probably my lazy mentality went, "I could do half an hour of singing and get paid more than I could do an 8-hour shift." Yeah. And that was it. And I've never had any training. So I that insecurity.
But mentally, what we do is longer than a full day's work.
Yeah.
It's more, people think, so if you get all that money for working for an hour, you don't realise that you've got to pack your things in your car, drive to the middle of nowhere in traffic, bad weather, good weather, fog, rain, snow, get there before the club opens, set up, or sometimes it's like auditioning for Cocoon, you know, or Entertain Me, and then, but you have to be there. You can't have a private life.
No.
You know, you can't. I remember the night, the morning my mum died, and all of a sudden I went, I should be working tonight. My mum just died 4 o'clock in this morning. And I went, God forgive me. I thought, well, if I don't go, it's not going to bring my mum back to life. And something kicked in. I went to work and the fella's like that. I went, oh, you got a new watch? You're 10 minutes late. I said, you're lucky at me. You love me, mother died this morning. He went, oh, I'm sorry. I said, no, I don't. I cried all the way home. But something just kicks in. Like, you can't go and work going, my kid's got the measles. Is he going to be all right? They've got the chicken pox. You know, my mum's lying in hospital dying. You know, I've got to entertain news. Like, you've got no life. No. And people don't see that. And that's harder. Because once you're on that stage, you're no longer Doug and Deb. I've had men calling me a slag and everything. I go, that's a strong word for you. You're out tonight because men's just shut. I think you fancy me. You know, if you're trying to get in me knickers, one arsehole's enough. It's not getting in there. You know, if your willy was as big as your mouth, I'd take it on. But I've had to learn and not let it affect me.
And I think that's the one.
Called your names, you go, oh. I think,
That's the one thing I found doing my research on you the last couple of days is that you've had that career where you've had that grounding of working men clubs of, and look, the dream scenario is everyone would be friendly and you would walk on. And I mean, a little bit like back to these scenarios. 1 minute you're a nobody queuing up at the X Factor, the next minute you're sitting in front of 30,000 people at Wembley Stadium screaming your name.
Yeah.
All from grace for those guys. And we've spoken to a few people in boy bands who've said, 17, boy band, flying the world, millionaires, loads of women, great. But where's the come down? The people like yourself who have had a much bigger career than we've had, but we're the same. When I do a working men's club, you're only the second person I've ever spoke to in my entire life who did what you did with your mum. I did it. I got like my mum died, Deb will tell you. And you go to somewhere else, like suddenly. And actually, it was the best thing I ever did because it killed a few hours where I wasn't thinking. But
the thing is with me, I've never believed in. To me, I'm just a normal person with an unusual job. I don't go, oh, look at me and guess who I am. I mean, I've gone to the Lidl and they've gone, what are you doing in the Lidl? I'm shopping.
It's cheap.
You know,
it is.
And they're like, what? And, you know, go the bingo with me mates and what are you doing in the bingo? But I can't get my head around that. To me, I'm just a normal person who does an unusual job. And, you know, I don't let it get to me. I don't go, oh, I'm up there 1 minute and down there the next minute.
No.
I don't stay up there long enough to fall.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just have a little peek and come down. Wow. You know, I go to work, film with Julie Walters or Billy Whitelaw, and then I go home and go for a McDonald's, me and my mate, or go to the bingo, or, you know, go to pictures.
Yeah.
You just don't, I don't live that life. You know what I mean? Oh, don't you have a driver? I said, freaking hell, I'm not paid enough to take myself. Never mind to pay a freaking driver. By the time the agents and the tax man's got it, I'm waiting for it myself.
Oh, God.
You do more no pickups than an out-of-work prostitute, so you're waiting for your money all the time. You're chasing Peter to pay Paul.
Oh, gosh. Right. So how do you think comedy's changed over the years from when you first started out and how it is now?
Comedy's become very frightening now because you've got to be very, very careful what you say. I mean, even throw away things that people find funny. They're like, ooh, you know, so, but these are these fucking arty-farty kids who go to Edinburgh and just want to go and watch something. And they're all critics. Yeah. Everyone's a critic, but not one has got the ass to get up there and do it themselves.
No. No.
I mean, you know, half of these singers now, they look like lap dancers the way they, after all, dance and sing. I'm sure they must lip sync because you couldn't sing and dance like that at the same time.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I couldn't walk and sing at the same time. I do half the things they do. And that's why I feel so sorry for these young girls. The lips have got to be like that. The face has got to be like that. Boobs have got to be up there. And it's depressing for them because they think by looking like that, they're going to become famous. But they haven't got a talent. They're going to become famous.
Yeah.
And the talent seems to be go on a reality show, get pissed, sleep with someone, get pissed to bed, and you're going to be mega bitch.
That's what we're doing wrong.
I know.
So what would you, I'm interested, what would you, on that note, what would you, if you could go back and grab a younger version of yourself, 16, 17, what one piece of advice would you give yourself knowing what you know now?
Well, not to be so generous with me money. And because I've come from a family we've always shared. So I've always shared with anyone who wants it, it's there. You know, it's always a lend, but you never take it back because you feel guilty on taking it back. You know, so I've always helped everyone else. And I've never, well, I saved for a rainy day, but this rainy day has never ended. So now you're dwindling down and you're thinking, please God, let this storm pass soon. But everyone thinks you're rich and you're this and you're that. But you know, you might work for 3 or 4 months, but you might work for the next 6, 7 months. So, but you've got to make that 3 or 4 months money last for them 6 or 7 months that you don't work.
Yeah.
So I would have really thought a bit more on financial, because you think it's not going to end, don't you? You know, it's going to go on forever. And then nobody saw this coming. And this has been the biggest learning curve to me now.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I bet.
Unbelievably.
Yeah.
So that. And for the young ones who's coming into this business, come in because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Don't come in thinking fortune and fame's going to follow. Because if that's what you're after, you're wrong.
Yeah. No, it's everything is.
You're definitely wrong. I do this because I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love 100%. I love it. And if I get paid, I get paid. If I don't get paid, well, the funniest stories I had was before sat-navs.
Really?
Remember, you're looking for the place and you go, well, I found the area. And then you wind the window down and you go, excuse me, love. And there's a man and a woman walking the dog and you go, hello. And you keep crawling. And you go, you don't know where such and such a club is. And they go, oh, let me see now.
Yeah.
You go down road, right, turn right, go over roundabout, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of lights, 2 might be Pelican, turn left. And she's going, good dog, oh, and they're killing one another. And you're like, the dog's going for you through the window. And you're like, what? And then they go, now I'll tell you the quicker way to get there.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
After you're using 16 pieces of paper, you left, right, over the road. There. So that was fun. That was the fun.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Brilliant.
my gosh. Crissy, what's your favourite type of performing? Out of everything you've done over the years, what's your favourite?
I love theatre, doing plays and that, because it's live and You know, you can feel the feedback. I love the comedy as well. I mean, I'm quite lucky because I feel like I've got two strings to me bow. You know what I mean? And then, you know, I wish I could. If I had a wish, me outward wish would be to be in a film directed by Ron Howard. He is my favourite director.
Yeah.
He's with Richie in Happy Days.
Yeah.
And if you see the films he's done, absolutely everything he's ever done. I love it. And if I could have one wish, it wouldn't be for fame or fortune or winning the lottery. It would be for him to say, I'm doing a film, I'd love you to be in it.
Wow.
That would be my ultimate wish. Even if it was just him to move the lights, you know, to be there, just wave in the background.
You're very down to earth. We love this. So down to earth. But let's not forget, you've had a hell of a career, and you've been in probably certainly three of my favourite shows, but three of the biggest shows in the last 15 years, potentially. Benidorm being one.
Oh.
I fell in love with you on Benidorm. I mean, it's one of my favourite shows, but you were a star on it. I'm a Celebrity as well. Let's not forget, that's a huge show. And MasterChef, we're going to get to that. But what made you go on I'm a Celebrity? Of all the shows to pick, what made you go?
The agent picked that. The agent picked that. I'm like, what? So they picked it for that. That was honest. I think I found myself in there, you know, and it was fabulous to see all these celebrities being stripped of the PRs and the phones and the mobiles.
There's no thrills to it.
Nothing, not even a watch. You don't know what time of day or night it is. You know, you're hungry, but you're not going to die. You know what I mean? You know, and you can feel your stomach shrinking. But, you know, I'm still friends with Fatima Whitbread. I love her. After that, you know, we'll all stay in touch.
Was there anyone in there that you really didn't like? Was it, because I mean, you seem like the sort of person that would get on with anybody. Was there anyone that you just went, oh, you're just not for me?
Am I allowed to say?
Yeah, it's something you like. We don't care.
Anthony Cotton.
Oh, really?
Wow, yeah.
Wasn't a nice yes.
Oh.
No.
It was just, it's only Anthony Cotton's world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did come across
a game player, and he's not a team player. And he could shake your hands with one hand and stab you in the back with the other.
Wow.
What
you
was
know.
the experience like? Did you do many bush tucker trials? What was it?
Yeah.
I was in a glass coffin all night with cockroaches. I fell asleep 3 times. I only got out to have a fag. I thought, oh, I'm bored shitless now, I want a ciggy. And if I'd stayed in another 20 minutes, I got out to have a ciggy.
Oh my God.
We only see a certain amount on TV, and you tend to presume that it's a bit set up for TV purposes, and are you really in there all night? But it seems like you were.
We were, but it was like they stunk. But if you settled, they'd settle.
Oh, wow.
Till they threw more in, and as long as you kept still, they went up the side and settled. If one cockroach runs across you, you go, oh, but when there's hundreds, it's not, it stops being effective. Do you know what I mean? It's just but I just stayed like that, kept my arms crossed. I'm like, I fell asleep 3 times.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I just I want a fag now. I think I've deserved the cigarette now, stinking of mealworm. And it was funny, like.
What was Ant and Dec like as well? Because there's a lot of, I mean, they're TV royalty.
Yeah.
Get much to do with them? Did you spend?
They only meet you when they meet you to go off into the jungle, and they only meet you in and out. You know, who's going in and who's going out.
Yeah.
And staying. So apart from that, you don't really have much to do with them. And then when it's all over, you're all back at the hotel, and then on the last night you have a party. But we left. Because we're not partying, but they didn't come till the last minute, you know what I mean? So we missed them. But you know, they are, as you say, TV royalty. But apart from that, it's like, oh yeah, ta-da, you know.
Well, you all probably stink so badly. They probably walk in.
I know, they're like, oh, wow. But they are lovely. You know, they're not false people. They are genuinely. They meet you. They go, oh, I remember this. So they're not like false people, that they are nice, you know what I mean?
Like, we've got to talk about my favourite show ever is Benidorm.
Yeah.
Is Benidorm. It's still one of the best comedies. What was it like when you got the phone call to be a part of it, or how did it come about? And what was the process like being away from home? I'm guessing it would have been done over a certain amount of time, and you know.
Well, I was quite lucky because I was living in Spain, and I was on the club that became Neptune's, which is Morgan's Tavern. And when I come off, this man, well, two men and a woman come up and said, yeah, my name's Darren Litton and I'm writing this thing and I've watched you for a couple of nights. I think you're amazing. And we're looking for this, like, manageress to run this pub, hotel. Would you be it? So I never really auditioned.
Oh, my.
And so I was just made up, you know, to be in it. And then after I finished in it, and I went out and came back and went out and came back, there's no hard feelings for me that they brought someone else in, because to me, I was just grateful that I got what I got when I got it. It's not like, oh, well, I'm throwing my dummy out the pram now. And I will always be grateful to Darren Litton and Tiger Productions, because they give me that other boost up the ladder.
Yeah.
So, you know, because everything at the time, that's why I went to live in Spain, everything become reality TV, like Maureen driving, you know, Harry, this, that. And nobody wanted to see proper shows and proper actors and proper actresses. Yeah. So I thought, you know, I'm not sitting around waiting for the phone to ring. I went to live in Spain. Yeah. And that's what it was. So I will always, always be eternally grateful to Tiger, you know, Tiger Aspects and Darren Litton for giving me that opportunity to be in there. And people always seem to remember me more than anyone, you know. They go,
yeah.
You know, character, that's why you were iconic in it.
Perfect.
What was it like to do? As in, you know, was it? It looks like it was fun to film. Like it looked
was fun.
Half a minute. How long were you away for?
They were away for like 3-4 months, you know. And it's hard because in the summer, it was like the dead of the heat. So everything had to be turned off, all the air conditioning. So when you were all in Neptune's, everyone was like, oh, with the lights and the smoke and, you know. So we had to work from like 6 o'clock in the morning till 6 at night, because then the club had to open and get everything out for the real holiday makers to come in.
Of course, because you'd have holiday makers still in the pool and
and then at first they filmed it in the Solana, what am I talking about? The Pelicanos, but it got that famous, that good, and that popular that they had to move and make a makeshift hotel reception because people wouldn't, you know, it was like horrendous to get in and out, and so we had to do it in there. And then the back part of the pool was the Sol Pelicanos at the back, and they had to block it off, you know. And so it was like a cult, wasn't it? It's just absolute, and you know. And then, but I wouldn't have missed it for the world. No sour grapes on being out of it or going back in, coming back out. There's nothing. That was just my little niche, my time, move on.
Yeah, and it was a perfect part for you. It really was.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Honestly, you were. Have you got a favourite story from that time? Because you're a great storyteller. You must have a story from that period of time, something that stands out.
Well, there's loads of little things that, you know, like we used to all love it when Mel, God love him, dived in the swimming pool with those trunks and his bum come up and everyone, oh, so we liked watching other people, you know, other actors doing the things. And my favourite bit is when Sheridan Smith said, excuse me, love, you got Wi-Fi? I said, God, lovely, look if the lifts work here. You know, what you want for all inclusive. And then when Mick Garvey put the thing in about the hotel had been robbed, and I put you for 2 laptops, 4 gold watches, this, that, and the other. You forgot to put a cuddly bear, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Lots of lovely things. Johnny Vegas. Oh, Crissy, you're I love. Oh, you think, I loved him, honestly.
Brilliant, isn't he?
He was mad as a box of frogs.
Is he like he is on TV? Like, I can imagine he's very down to earth, but is there a little bit of character there, or is that just how he is?
He's just like that.
Really?
He's the most generous man you've ever met in your life.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Brilliant.
Generous beyond belief.
That's lovely.
But straight as a die. And his mother was funnier than him. Honest. And you think he's funny? He says, to me. He actually trained to be a priest when he was younger.
Really?
Imagine him being a priest. Father, bless me. Oh, come here. 5 Hail Marys and a half, Father. He passed me that fucking altar wine over there, love. Imagine that.
Yeah.
I'll go to him.
Confession time.
I would. Like Father said, drink.
That might be my 2 go-to people now if I need it. Like Johnny Vegas and Crissy Rock.
Yeah, that's it.
But people think he's like that all the time. He's absolutely dead down to earth, dead funny. You know, he does like a drink. I don't know whether he likes as much now as he used to do. Genuinely, he's funny, he's generous, he's kind, he's a battle of laughs to be with, honest to God. And he's so intelligent.
Yeah.
I just think he's a large, charismatic person. You can't not like him because you just want to mother him. Do you know what I mean? He's such a lovely person. Honestly, he really is. And he's straight as a die.
Yeah, he does seem that.
Yeah.
So we said earlier on 3 of the biggest TV shows, certainly of our generation.
Yeah.
The final one was MasterChef. Now, obviously, it wasn't a particularly long stint on MasterChef, but it's one, again, that's probably my favourite show, actually. That and Benidorm is well up there.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're famous for the salt incident. Do you want to tell us about the salt incident for people that don't know?
Well,
because I do.
We made this thing, and it just says salt, sugar, blah, 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 eggs, milk, whatever. Doesn't say 2 spoons of salt, 2 this. But when you're on a timer in your head, and you're going like that, and you've got a little thing of salt in a little thing, all of a sudden I just went, and as I went like that, I went, fuck, salt in. It was salted caramel, and it went like toffee like that. And I didn't realise that if you remelted it, I'd done it twice. And I thought if I remelted it, it'd go back to liquid. You know, put it back on the heat. So I just went, grated it on the top. I thought, I can't do this. But I done really well, but I didn't flap. But as soon as I picked the salt up and let it go, I knew I should have been a pinch.
You're so funny on it again. Like, just anything you're on, you're just funny on.
Really?
But he said to me, why aren't you tasting your food as you're cooking it? I said, well, I wouldn't know what it tasted like because I've never cooked it before. So hit and miss. What am I trying to achieve here? I just wanted to stay down.
You should apply for every reality TV show.
Yeah, I want to get you on everything.
Yeah, because we'll watch it.
I'd watch it.
Well, it's no good me tasting the food because I didn't know what it tasted like before I cooked it. It either goes in and stays down or it goes in and comes back up again. I don't know.
Right, listen, honestly, what people don't realise is that we probably had a half an hour chat before we even started the interview.
Yeah.
And when this goes out, they're going to have no idea. Crissy, it's been one of the joys of my life, honestly. Please keep in touch with us.
I will.
Before we let you go, we're going to do to you what we do to everybody else. And we're going to put you on a desert island. No COVID rules.
Nope.
You can literally do whatever you want to do. But the rules are simple. You are to take on with you one song for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
One movie to watch for the rest of your life. And one celebrity crush. Usually gets people in trouble, that one. So we'll start with the movie. What movie would you like to take?
I would take The Colour Purple.
Okay. Go on,
My favourite movie of all time. I just love it. So I never get sick of seeing that.
Who would your celebrity crush be to take with you?
It would probably be would it be? It'd be probably Pudsey Bear. No. Yeah, at least I'd have something soft and warm to cuddle up to, wouldn't it be?
I'll argue with that one.
Bit of pause for thought there.
Yeah, he won't answer me back when I'm arguing with him.
I feel like you copped out a little bit there, Crissy. I'm just saying. I do think you copped out a little bit, but no, that's fair enough.
The husband's listening.
Yeah, and finally, and we'll play it out at the end of the interview as well, what would be your song for Crissy Rock to listen to on a desert island? What would it be?
Oh, Northern Souls, long after the night is all over.
Who's that?
Just
by?
for tonight, for the first time, I've learned what my lips are for.
She said she wasn't going to sing.
Oh, I know, I can't.
We got you singing.
Yeah, I forgot who sang it, but I like that one. Or Do I Love You? Do I love you? Yes, indeed I do. See, I'm a Northern Soul girl. Remember when we used to rob all the tacks out of school and put them on our shoes? Then my mum's talcum powder.
Genuinely, I could talk to you all day long, and hopefully we'll get you back on a future episode. That'd be great.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah.
Lots of love, my darling. Thank you.
You too. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, darling.
Everyone stay safe. We're nearly out the woods.
Just everything to me, yeah, here in my arms.
Hello boys and girls, this is Captain Jack Sparrow speaking, and when I like to relax, I sit down and I listen to Dougie's and Deb's podcast. Savvy? Now, pass me that bottle of rum. What do you mean the rum's gone? Why is the rum always gone?
It's time for Dougie versus Deb. The challenge. Alrighty then.
Yeah, that's right. It is challenge time, and welcome, Deb, to Neptune's Bar and Restaurant in Benidorm.
Oh, and it's lovely to be here.
Keeping the theme going.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. Right, it is challenge time, and this week's challenge, as we are in Neptune's, is a karaoke challenge.
Oh, exciting.
Are you game for this?
I am game.
This should be fun. Right, okay. So this week's challenge has been sent in by Sarah in Liverpool,
Yeah.
who has said she wants to do a karaoke challenge. So we thought we'd tie it in with
Yes.
the whole Benidorm thing.
Definitely.
So now, the way we're going to do this is simple. We've picked songs for each other,
We have.
and I'm terrified about what's coming because Deb's a much better singer than I am. However, we will style it out, and it's sudden death. So I'm going to pick one for you, and what's going to happen is the music's going to drop out,
Yeah,
and you've got to carry on singing.
I do.
Simple as peas.
Yeah.
So we tossed a coin earlier on, and Deb is going to go first. So I'm going to select a song for her, and so on, and then until one gets it wrong, and the other one wins.
Yeah.
Are we up for this?
Ready.
Are we ready? And as always, if you've got a challenge for us that you want to feature in a future episode, these are the ways you can get in touch.
Please do. We'd love to hear from you. So you can find us on Twitter or Facebook at the Dougie and Deb Podcast, or you can email us at the Dougie and Deb Podcast at gmail.com.
Now, you say you want people to email in, unless it's rubbish, and then we
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Because some challenges we get sent are really hard, and we're like, no. Like someone sent in, could you do, see how many press-ups you can do?
Oh, no.
And I'm thinking, that's not going to work. Apart from the fact I'm not up for it, how's that going to work?
No, people can't check.
Hearing us in the background going, it's just not going to come across right. It's going to be a completely different podcast. Right,
Oh, dear.
okay, so Deb, are you ready then for Benidorm Challenge Karaoke song number 1?
Bring it on.
Here it is.
And when you're always right behind me, and we know that you could go and find some other.
Take or leave it, or just don't even bother.
Very good. Probably the first time that song's ever been sung live in tune. Let's see if you're right.
And when you're always right behind me, and we know that you could go and find some other. Take or leave it, or just don't even bother.
Right, there you go. Then correct answer. 1-0 to Deb. Very good.
Thank you.
Of course, a 90s throwback there. Spice Girls and Stop.
Yes, indeed, Dougie. And now I've got one for you. Here we go.
Here we go.
To be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man.
When you're short on your dough. I couldn't sing that one straight. I didn't think there was a way of singing it straight.
Brilliant.
Let's find out if I'm right.
To be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough.
Of course, the classic YMCA there. That's me, correct?
It is.
1-1. Is that a song about the Bake Off? Short on your dough. I don't know,
Brilliant.
maybe it isn't.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So now back to you. 1-1 overall. This is your song number 2.
Yep. Boy, it's more than I dare to think about.
Very good again. The most irritating song ever made. Made more irritating by you singing it. Right, let's find out if you're right. Yeah, very good. 100% record so far. Deb leads 2-1 heading into my second song. What is it, Deb?
Oh, I've made this one quite easy, actually.
Oh, yes.
Considering you used to be in the best Robbie Williams tribute.
Well, yeah, you've been paid to say that, but yeah, very good. Very
Here is your second song.
Great. Most of them fleece me every night. It's a song about prostitutes, I think, but I'm not sure. I never actually listened to the lyrics, I just sang them. All right, let's see if I'm right. You should have got that one. That was one I should have got, and I did. So, 2-2.
Yes, indeed.
This is your third song.
Oh, you're joking. Haven't got a clue.
No?
No.
That's your best guess. Haven't got a clue. Yeah, no, we'll go with that. Let's find out. You're definitely wrong, but let's find out. It's Madonna. It might be right. Let's find out.
Here we go.
Definitely not the lyrics you were singing.
No.
Whatever lyrics you were singing. Definitely not. So, okay, this opens it up. So if I get this next one right, I win.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Come on. Right, let's see what you've got.
Okay, I've picked quite a difficult one.
Really?
Well, well, we'll see. Here we go.
Okay.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind.
4 that wanna hold me, 2 that wanna stone me, 1 says she's a friend of mine.
Oh,
Only come a
really?
massive Eagles fan.
Oh, great.
Massive Eagles fan. What a great band. Yeah, I think I've got this one in the bag. Did you get that one at home? Have you got all of these at home? I'm interested to know what people at home have got. I bet there'll be some people who look at your one.
Oh, you shush.
For sure. Right. Let's find out if I'm right.
Yep.
For the win.
Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stone me, 1 says she's a friend of mine.
Wow.
What a great song. What a great song. One of my faves, that.
How did you get
It's a
that?
very summery song. One of my favourites at the Eagles, which means I win this particular round 3-2, which means in the series I am winning 3-1. Yeah!
Oh, show off.
Come on, 3-1 to me in the series. If you would like to set us a challenge of your own, these are the ways you can get in touch.
So you can find us either on Twitter or Facebook at the Dougie and Deb Podcast, or email us at the Dougie and Deb Podcast at gmail.com.
Very good. That wasn't the 4th time you've tried to say that. It's fine, we won't tell anyone. Thank God for the delete, copy and paste button. But overall, guess what? I am winning 3-1 in the series.
Shush.
Yes.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move
Hello, everybody. It is I, King Julian. That's me. That is who I am. Anyway, after a long weekend of partying, I like to sit down and listen to Dougie and Deb's podcast. It is number one in the whole of Madagascar. I wouldn't lie to you. It really, really is. Anyway, keep on partying. See you later, crocodile.
You like to move it, 3, 2, 1.
It is now time for this.
Rewind. When the crowd say bow, selector.
Yes, thank you, Craig, David. It is now time to reveal some winners
Oh,
of the Rewind competition.
Yep.
2 winners to be announced, but before we do, let's play you what last week's one was. Right, so a tough one this week.
Yeah,
Everyone's
indeed.
saying it's a tough one, but we have got a couple of winners. But before we do, Deb, what was the answer?
Okay, so the first song was Womack and Womack, Teardrops.
Yeah.
The second song was the Shoop Shoop song.
Shoop, shoop, show, shoop, shoop, show. Shoop, you're right there.
Mish Money Penny.
Put your teeth back in. Sean Connery was doing it for a minute. Mish Money Penny. Shoop, shoop, show.
And then the third song was Phil Collins' Easy Lover.
No S's in that one. You were right, weren't you? You were fine. Okay, couple of winners to announce. Firstly, back-to-back victories for Nikki in Essex, who got it right 2 weeks running. Congratulations to you. And my favourite one is, she also got this right, in Nuneaton, it's Miss Consuela Banana Hammock. Or, that's also what I call my penis.
Oh, God.
In case you're wondering, that's my pet name for it. AKA Rebecca Morris Richardson in Nuneaton. Congratulations, ladies. You have won this week. Now, it's very easy to take part. We're going to play you this week's Rewind challenge. But before we do, Deb, how can people get in touch?
Okay, so you can get in touch with us either on Facebook or Twitter at the Dougie and Deb Podcast, or you can email us at the Dougie and Deb Podcast at gmail.com.
Very good. Get in touch. It's a bit of fun, but
Yeah.
why not? Why not? So here is this week's Rewind challenge. Right, so there you go then. 3 songs, 3 very well-known songs in reverse, but can you name them?
Yep,
Now, we'll give you a little bit of a clue. As it is a Benidorm themed show,
it is.
all the songs in the Rewind challenge this week are holiday themed.
Oh, get us on holiday right
Get us
now.
on a plane. Once again, Deb, tell everyone how they can get involved.
Okay, so you can find us on Facebook or Twitter at the Dougie and Deb Podcast, or you can email us at the Dougie and Deb Podcast at gmail.com.
Very good. Get involved. Bit of fun. And hopefully we'll be announcing your name next week.
Rewind. When the crowd say bow, selector.
The Dougie and Deb podcast is sponsored by Isla B Bridal Nuneaton. Book an appointment today and shop for all your wedding needs. Visit islabbridal.co.uk.
It's time for Dougie and Deb's Time Machine. Jump on board. Tally-ho, pip-pip.
It certainly is. And as always, we are going to jump in our patented Dougie and Deb time machine.
We are.
And every week we take you back to a different year. And this time we're taking you back to 1965.
Yes, indeed.
Epic
Exciting.
music.
Yes.
That is all. Right, are you ready?
Ready.
Jump on board. Here we are then, everybody. Welcome to 1965.
Here we are.
What a different world this is.
Oh, I know.
Flares, the Beatles,
Yeah.
no COVID.
No.
Most importantly. Right, Deb, so what happened in this famous year?
Okay, well, lots and lots happened. But first off, this legendary TV show began its first UK run on ITV Network.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Yes, that's right. Before the days of blockbuster special effects and CGI, there was the Thunderbirds.
Puppets. It's a puppet.
Oh, no, but epic. Absolutely epic. And the characters were named after astronauts and are still very popular today.
Very popular.
They are. Okay, in other news, in the UK, cigarette TV advertising was banned. That's good.
Very good.
Yeah, and Winston Churchill passes away.
Not so good.
No. Stars born this year were Sarah Jessica Parker,
Not
Ben
so good.
Stiller,
That's good.
and iconic Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling.
Pretty good.
Yes. In sport, Muhammad Ali wins his first world title by knocking out Sonny Liston in the first minute of the first round
I'm
of
glad you
their
got that
fight.
name right. That could have gone wrong. Sonny Liston.
Liston.
Yeah.
Liston.
What you like.
The Beatles released the movie and album Help. There you go.
Soundtrack
Help.
to my life.
Popular films that year include Thunderball in the James Bond saga, Dr. Zhivago, and this one.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Ah, yes. The Sound of Music is based on the real-life story of the Von Trapp family singers, with Julie Andrews playing the role of Maria.
Iconic.
Yes, love
Sure
it.
is.
Okay, Dougie, so what happened in the music world in this year?
Well, we could not start 1965 with any other band than these guys.
I need somebody help, not just anybody help. You know I need someone help.
Yeah, of course, the iconic sounds of the Fab Four, the Beatles, the biggest band of all time.
Oh, without a doubt.
No
amazing
question.
band.
Dominated 1965 with a movie and a number one single of the same name.
Yay.
It was a huge year for music. 118 singles charted in the top 10. That's incredible, isn't it? And there were 2 songs that year with the same name, recorded by 2 different artists.
Wow.
Amazing, really.
Mad.
All I Really Want to Do was released by the Birds and Cher, both reached the top 10. And You've Lost That Loving Feeling and was released by Celeb and the Righteous Brothers.
Yeah.
Other massive songs of that year include, of course, that one, Stop in the Name of Love by the Supremes, Ticket to Ride, again by the Fab Four, I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones, and a really big hit, Maria from West Side Story. But the biggest selling single in amongst all of those legends belongs to Ken Dodd.
What?
And his song, Tears. That was the biggest selling single of 1965. But for now, put your flares away, put your records down. We're heading back, Deb, to 2021.
Oh.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
So that is it for this week's episode of the Dougie and Deb podcast.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed it. We love making them. We're going to continue to make them.
Yes, we are.
As long as they make you smile. Have you enjoyed your trip to Benidorm this week?
I have. I only wish it was true.
Well, yeah, me too. Remember,
Yes.
guys, keep sharing. The more people that this could put a smile on their face, the better.
Oh, definitely.
That's what it's about. Share on your social medias.
Please.
Comment, like, subscribe as well. These are the ways you can get in touch because we love hearing from you.
We do indeed. You can find us on Facebook or Twitter at the Dougie and Deb Podcast, or email us at the Dougie and Deb Podcast at gmail.com.
Brilliant. And all that remains for us to say is a massive thank you to our special guest, Crissy Rock.
Oh, legend.
What a joy she was. Remember, keep in touch, message us, email us. We want to hear from you and get in touch with the Rewind competition.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
for now, say goodbye, Deb.
Goodbye, Deb.
Goodbye, everybody. And we will see you next Wednesday for episode 5.
Bye-bye.